So let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt.
I can't hear you.
Can hear you, Justin.
Justine, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
So did you hear any of the ohms? Did you hear that?
Yes, we hear the Om. No, not
Okay.
a talking after.
Okay, so okay.
Then it cut out.
All right, well, let's begin again. Okay, so we first start off with Ganesha mantra. We invoke this at the beginning of every pranayama practice. And I'm going to tell you a story about that I learned from teacher training, the reason why Ganesha is associated to the pranayama practice. So Ganesha is actually the son of Parvati. And in this story, Parvati is represented by Kundalini Shakti. And Shakti is sort of like the female counterpart of Shiva. And in order for Shiva and Shakti to merge, Shiva has to get past Ganesha, who is the guardian of Shakti. So there's an idea that there's the chambers of Shakti, and she's coiled, Kundalini is a snake. So there's a story that the Shakti is lying or in her chambers, and in order for Shakti to be able to get past Ganesha, he has to engage Ganesha in some way. So he first tries by force and is unsuccessful. He doesn't get past, because Ganesha is a representation of the aponic how do I say it? The aponic pattern. And the only way that you can get past Ganesha is through kindness. So this is very much in line with the whole yoga philosophy, how you have to observe ahimsa in order for you to go past, to get through all the different limbs of yoga to get to enlightenment and self-realization. So as you do this practice and you think of Ganesha, think about just always acting and talking and speaking in a way that is kind. All right, so now we're going to do the Ganesha mantra. You can do a call and response. So I'll do a line and then you would sing it. And then, so I'll sing it twice, but I'll try to nod to tell you when to sing. Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Mam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pai Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. So pranayama is known as a gateway between the outward practice and the inward practice. And the reason why we do pranayama is to control the vital force. And when we have control of the vital force, this allows us to have a little bit more of an ability to bring our mind into quietness. And this is what we need for a meditation practice. So this is a very beneficial practice, and it's basically the gateway to the higher realms of yoga. And it is a very, at some point through age, through injury or whatever, it's very possible that we'll lose the asanas. And what do we do if we lose the asanas? You still always have the pranayama. And the pranayama has many physiological as well as mental and emotional benefits. And so what this practice is going to show you are a few different techniques that hopefully you can adopt every day. And you can shorten it as you need to or lengthen it as you want to in order to make it suit your practice, your daily practice. The important thing that I encourage you to do is to do something that is sustainable. So even if it means cutting it down to like whatever, 30 seconds for technique or just doing a few techniques and spreading out during the day, that's still better than just waiting and just doing it maybe once a week. So everything requires practice and everything requires consistency in order to be able to form a habit. And when it forms a habit, it becomes routine and it becomes unbreakable. So this is what we're trying to accomplish. So through this practice, there's 12 sessions in total. You can come to as many as you want. If you can come to all of them, perfect. It's a way of getting into it, and hopefully you'll carry it on when this session is gone. So feel free to drop into all of them. Feel free to drop into one of them. As you'll always get something from the practice. The more you do it, of course, the more benefits you get. So we're just going to go through a regular flow, and there's a few differences. Like it's broken down into basically some warm-up exercises, warm-up pranayama exercises, just to prepare you for the other pranayama practices. And then it goes into some of the physiological ones that help to clear out the system a little bit. There's sort of like some of them are kriyas actually they're used to purify the body. And then we go into some practices that are specific for specific conditions. So through these next sessions, you'll learn three or four of them that will address different things. So you choose the one that you need for that particular day, one or two of them. And then it ends with some of the the ones that are the ones that you really should try to do every day because they have so many benefits. They have calming benefits, and they're the ones that really help you to quiet the mind. And then after that, we'll go into the meditation. Okay, so there's different meditation techniques as well. So usually the sessions, this one might take longer just because I'm explaining a little bit more as we go on, depending if how many people show up like regularly. It might go, you know, like I won't have to explain everything, so we'll just go into it. We'll just go into a nice flow. If there's people who join every week, well, I apologize. I might have to repeat some things, but like everything, you know, it's those important lessons that you want to ingrain, and it's through the repetition that they really become ingrained. It's like doing an asana. You get comfortable with it the more you do it. Just like if you learn a lesson, the more you hear it, the more it becomes, it has truth, and the more it resonates. So let's begin with some warm-up exercises. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start by breathing in and out through the left side, and then we're going to switch to the right side. And then we're going from left to right, and then right to left. And so this will just get you into the rhythm of just alternating the nostrils. And what we're doing through alternating the nostrils is basically we're just trying to achieve a balance and just to balance out the energies and the psychic channels. There's two main psychic channels that run coincident. You can think of it along the spine, and they cross at each, they have areas where they cross, and these intersections are where the chakras are. So these chakras are basically energy centers. So there's a Pingala Nadi, which is associated with the right nostril. And this is associated with like the bright, brilliant male energy, we call it, the Surya channel. And then there is the Ida channel, which is more the feminine, soft side. So we just tried to balance out these two channels. So for pretty much all the pranayama techniques that we do, especially the alternating ones, the left hand always remains in Jnana Mudra. The tip of the second finger and the thumb are connected. They represent Turiya, the super state of consciousness. And the other three fingers represent the different deities, like the creator, the Brahma creator, preserver Vishnu, destroyer Shiva. It can also represent the three states of consciousness: wakefulness, dreaming, and deep sleep. And then that always stays on your left knee. The right hand is always the one that you use to control you control the passage through the nose. The thumb is used for the right nostril, and the right ring finger is for the left nostril. So you keep them close to the nose. The important thing to remember, don't worry, I'll cue you, is when you close one nostril, so when you open up one nostril, before you open the other one, you try to close that one first and then you open it. So you just try to have one nostril open at one time, at any given time. Okay? All right, so this is called Vishnu Mudra, with your second and third fingers fold down, and when you turn the palm towards the face, it becomes a Pranayama Mudra. So for this is when I call I'll usually say Vishnu Mudra, but when you turn it around, you use it for pranayama. And of course, as I said before, the back stays straight as possible. It also helps you to keep from getting tired too much. If you start to slouch down, it's just going to be hard on your stomach. And so you're going to get tired more easily. So you try to sit up nice and straight. All right, so we're going to try the warm-up breathing now. So getting ready with your left hand on your left knee, the right hand ready close to the face. Breathe in through both nostrils. Breathe out completely, empty the lungs. Then close off the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left. 2, 3. Exhale through the left. 2, 3. Inhale left. 2, 3. Exhale left. 2, 3. Last time. Inhale left. 3. Exhale left. 2, 3. Now close off the left nostril with the right ring finger. Open up the right side. Inhale through the right. 3, exhale right. 2, 3. Inhale right. 2, 3. Exhale right. 2, 3. Inhale right. 3, exhale right. 2, 3. Release. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale empty the lungs. Close the right nostril again with the right thumb. Inhale left. 3, close the left, open right, exhale. 2, 3, close right, inhale left. 2, 3, close left, open right, exhale. 2, 3, close the right, inhale left. 2, 3, close left, exhale right. 2, 3, inhale immediately to the right. 2, 3, close right, exhale left. 2, 3, close left, inhale right. 3, close right, exhale left. 2, 3, close left, inhale right. 3, close right, exhale left. 2, 3, and release. After each segment or each technique, just take a moment to just notice any subtle changes in the body, the mind, or the emotional state. Okay, moving on now. Bastrika breath. So this is called bellows breath, or is also known as bellows breath, because you're imitating the motion of bellows when you're pumping air. It's done very, very fast as you can. It's done as fast as you can. If you get tired, however, you can slow down. I like to start slow and build up, sort of like a locomotion and engine. So this is good for generating heat. It oxygenates the blood, and it also tones the abdomen, and it removes excess fat from the abdomen too. So it's a very good technique to do for toning the core. It also stimulates the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. So we're going to try this we're going to try 2 rounds. If you're doing it at home, try for about 2 minutes. Again, feel free to vary the speed. And at the end of it, we always take a nice deep breath in and we apply kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is a breath retention. So during the breath retention, we imagine we're contracting we're contracting the muscles of the perineum, pull them up towards the navel. So contract the root muscles, pull them up. Imagine trying to make them meet the navel. And so there's a little bit of a tension built there. And then bring the chest up high, chin on the chest. A lot of people just lift their shoulders. It's lifted the chest, bring the chin on the chest, bring the tongue to the upper palate behind the teeth. And the attention is at the third eye. Again, I'll cue you for this, so don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it. Okay, so getting ready, both hands this time in Yana Mudra. Resting on your knees, sitting up tall, take a deep breath in. Exhale completely, empty the lungs. Inhale part way and begin. Keep going, go faster. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath in. Fill up the lungs. Now hold the breath. Chin on the chest, chest high, throat lock, root lock. Bring the attention to the space between the eyebrows, which we call trikuti. This attracts all the prana there, the vital force. Slowly exhale in a steady stream if you can, as opposed to a big explosion. Release the locks. From the solar plexus, breathe up to Trikuti, space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. And again, from the solar plexus, breathe up to Trikuti. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Breathe normally for a couple of cycles. Round 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale part way. And begin. Start slow and build. Exhale completely. Breathe in. Hold the breath again, Kumbhaka. Apply the throat and a root lock. Bring the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Hold it as long as you can comfortably. If you can't hold it as far as I can, don't worry, just let the breath go, but just do it so that you don't explode the breath out of the body. Slowly exhale, release the locks, relax. From the solar plexus to the third eye, inhale. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. And the solar plexus to the third eye, inhale again. Back down to the solar plexus. Again, take note of any subtle differences or marked differences in your state of mind, body, and emotions. And relax. So Dharma often does those little breathing techniques, breathing from point to point and visualizing the breath moving between those 2 points. Depending on what point you choose, It could be from the heart, it could be the solar plexus. They each have a different consciousness. So I like to think of the solar plexus. It's sort of like the chakra that's associated with power. It's a powerhouse in the body. So it's like you're just trying to establish yourself in the power, in your own power. If you're breathing from the heart, perhaps it's more like you're establishing yourself in the highest self or in the heart, love. Okay, so you can just think of that in that sort of sense. Now we're going to move on to Kapalabhati. This is a Kriya, which means it has cleansing technique, cleansing benefits as well, purification benefits. And so it helps to oxygenate the lungs again and to expel toxins. So if you're doing these exercises, I should have said this before, but before you do a pranayama exercise, it's good to blow your nose, clear your nostrils so that you don't meet up with like, unexpected projectiles. So it's good to clear your nose. I also like to do neti rinse before I do a pranayama practice to clear the nostrils. And it's something I should do. It's another kriya. It's beneficial to do it every day. So if you do the neti pot, you wash out one nostril first and then you wash out the other one. All right. Okay, so now for Kapalabhati, this stimulates the Manipura chakra, which is sort of like the navel chakra. And this has many of the same benefits as the one that we just did, the Bhastrika breathing. So it's again, something good to do every day. It generates heat and it's a nice one I like to do every day before practice. The Bhastrika you can actually do during practice, during some of the poses, it generates some heat. Kapalabhati you can do in certain things too. You can do in certain warm-up exercises as well. It just makes the exercise all that more powerful. So the Kapalabhati, you're working, just kneel a little bit so you can see. So you just imagine you're throwing your belly button against the spine. So imagine you're beating a drum. Don't worry about the inhale. It's going to happen like automatically through the pressure that's created by the exhale. So you just concentrate on the exhale. It's at the rate of about 1 exhale per second. Again, we'll do this for 2 rounds and you can aim for doing it for 2 minutes for each round. Again, if you're starting out, you might get tired. So you might need to back off for the first, you might need to build up to 2 minutes. That's okay. Do according to your condition. So let's give it a try. The hands again in Jnana Mudra, resting on your knees. So inhale, exhale completely. Inhale partway and begin. Exhale completely. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Apply the throat in a root lock. Bring the tongue to the upper palate, the chin on the chest, and the root up to the navel. Watch the space between the eyebrows. Slowly exhale. Release the locks. From the solar plexus, inhale to the third eye. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, solar plexus, breathe into the third eye space. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Breathe normally for a few moments. Remember, the breath retention you must do according to your condition. If you have any heart conditions or anything, or blood eye pressure or glaucoma or anything like that, best do not hold the breath, especially not for a long time. Okay, so you must do this according to your condition. Let's try another round. Breathe in deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale part way. Begin again. Exhale completely. Breathe in deeply. Hold the breath. Apply the throat in a root lock. Again, the attention at Trikuti. Exhale slowly. Release the locks. From the solar plexus, breathe up to the third eye. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, inhale. Watch the breath moving from the solar plexus to the third eye. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Take a scan of the mental, emotional, and physical condition. Relax the knees if you need to. So if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and just call out, okay? So those next, now the reason why I'm doing mostly the attention from the solar plexus to the crown is all these breathing techniques that we're using are concentrating on, like, they're stimulating these chakras, the root chakra and the solar plexus chakra. So this is the main reason why we focus on those two, the solar plexus as the point of origin for your kumbhaka, or not your kumbhaka, but for your visualization. Next one we're doing Ujjayi breathing. A lot of you know this. It's called victorious breathing. And so what we're doing in this one is this is a nice also one for generating heat. And a lot of people, like in the Ashtanga yoga, asana practice, you do this breathing all throughout the practice. And it just keeps, you know, if you keep your mind focused on that rhythm, then it's a good thing to concentrate on. It keeps you in that meditative zone. And of course, it keeps the heat in the building in the body. So what we're doing is we're just concentrating the breath intake and the exhale between, you know, in the lung area. So usually between a couple of finger spans underneath the belly button, right to the top of the chest. So we like to imagine we're filling our chest up. We want to make ourselves look like Mussolini, big chest. Exhale, we deflate, starting from the chest and all the way back down to just below the belly button. Inhale again. So we're doing maybe about 3 or 4 counts for inhale and 3 or 4 counts on the exhale, equal in duration, equal in quality. We're also breathing through a partially constricted throat. So this is what makes the ocean sound. Or some people like to call it the Darth Vader breath, because a lot of people know Darth Vader, so it's that same idea. It sounds like this again. So if you're not quite sure how to get that going, it's not coming, you can breathe through the mouth to start. And then close the mouth. And hopefully the sound will keep on going. All right, so give it a try. Again, practice makes perfect. So just keep trying it until you get it. So let's begin. Hand in Yana Mudra on both knees. We usually do about 12 rounds in total. So I'll just cue through the whole thing, nice and even, so we can stay together and stay in the collective mind. So inhale, exhale completely, and begin. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, fill up the chest. Feel it rising, exhale, deflating. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going, inhale. Try to fill up as much as you can on the inhale. Exhale. Visualize your lungs like balloons filling up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale completely. Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Apply the throat in a root lock, chin on the chest, contract the root muscles, third eye focus. Now keep holding your breath, but see if you can suck up a little bit more air still. Fill up a little bit more. Again, try to take in a little bit more breath if you can. If there's room, keep holding a breath, keep the blocks applied. And one more time, fill up as much as you can. Exhale slowly, like a steady stream, like you're reverse sucking through a straw. From the solar plexus to the third eye, breathe in, watch the breath moving. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, solar plexus to the third eye. Inhale. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Just one more round of Kumbhaka. Breathe in again. Hold the breath. Apply the locks, third eye focus. See if your lungs feel a little bit more empty to take in a little bit more air. Keep holding a breath. And again, see if you can let in a little bit more air still into the lungs. Maybe even a little bit more. Exhale, if you haven't already, slowly. Take stock of the mental, physical, and emotional states. Perhaps notice if you manage to find more lung capacity in the second time we did the breath retention. This is a very good technique for increasing your lung capacity. And relax. Next, breathing for special conditions. So we're going to do purifier pranayama today. And this is done to purify the psychic channels. The psychic channels run everywhere throughout the body. They're also called, you can call them psychic receptors. And the idea is that there's countless numbers of them. Someone said 350,000. I've heard also over 700,000. Just the point is there's many of them. And in order to open them, you have to always be in observance of ahimsa, that is the ethical rules, and first and foremost, ahimsa is compassion. So this is, once they're open, we try to purify them. So for this technique, we're breathing in for 4 counts. We're holding the breath for 12. Contract, again, applying the throat and root lock. Exhale through the left side. So inhale through both nostrils for 4, hold for 12. Applying the locks, third eye focus. Exhale for 8 out of the left side. Okay, so we're only going to do 5 rounds of this because there's a few more exercises to do. Okay, so sitting up tall and straight, bringing the right hand up to the nose to prepare. Breathe out completely. Inhale through both nostrils. 3, 4, plug both sides of the nose, hold the breath. 2, 3, apply the locks, third eye focus. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale through the left, release the locks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in through both sides. 3, 4, hold the breath, contract the root muscles, third eye focus. Chin on the chest. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe out through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through both sides. 3, 4. Hold the breath for 12. Keep watching the space between the eyebrows. 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe out to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in through both sides. Hold the breath for 12. Exhale to the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale to both sides. Hold the breath. 10, 11, 12. Exhale to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release. So we're going to move on now to Nadi Shodhana. So Nadi Shodhana is an alternate nostril breathing that has no breath retention. Inhale through the left side, pause in the middle, close both sides, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, pause, exhale through the left. So we inhale and we exhale out to complete one cycle on the same side, the left side in this case. In this technique, it's also nice to incorporate a little bit of a visualization. So I like to, on the inhale, imagine the breath going down. Imagine the lungs are situated at the base of the spine. So inhale down into the lungs, exhale back up. Inhale down again through the right, exhale back up to the left. And you can also visualize a coolness accompanying that breath. So imagine coolness going down the spine on the inhale, coolness going up on the exhale. It's called friction breathing. It's also a very effective meditation technique because it keeps your mind set on that visualization. Okay, so let's give it a try. So in to the left, out to the right, out into the right, out to the left. I'll guide you as always. Left hand in Yana Mudra, right hand up to the nose, prepare, exhale completely. Close off the right side, inhale through the left, down, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right, up, 3, 4. Inhale, right, down, 3, 4. Exhale, left, up, 3, 4. Inhale, down, 2, 4. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Up. Inhale, down, left. Exhale, right. Up. Inhale, right. Down. Exhale, left. Up. Inhale, down, left. Exhale, right. Back up. Inhale, down, right. Exhale, left, up. Inhale, down, left. Exhale, right, back up. Inhale, down, right. Exhale, left, up. On your own, a few more cycles. One more cycle after your current one. Whenever you're done, just return your right hand to the right knee and observe any changes in the physical, mental, or emotional state. So for home practice, aim for 12 cycles minimum, and then you can build. But again, if you're just trying to establish a practice and you're finding it hard to keep to a routine, best to shorten it at first and then build. So if you need to shorten it, that's totally fine. I usually do about 5 minutes of Nadi Shodhana and it gets you into a really nice calming state. You can do this at any time during the day. Next one is just an extension, alternate nostril breathing, Surya Chandra Kumbhaka Pranayama. So it's very similar to what we did, except there's a breath retention. And if you're holding it more, they say that to apply Kumbhaka, you do it for more than 10 counts. So in the alternate nostril breathing that we're doing, this one is a rhythmic one. So the ratio is always 1-4-2. So whether it's 3-12-6 or whether it's 4-16-8 or 5-20-10, the count in the middle of the breath retention, as long as it's over 10, that's when you apply the locks and the third eye focus. Less than that, you don't have to apply the locks. Okay, so we're going to do 3-12-6 for this one. So inhale for 3 through the active nostril, hold the breath for 12, apply the locks, third eye focus, exhale through the less active side for 6, back up through the less active for 3, hold for 12, exhale for 6. Now to find the active nostril, you simply close off one nostril at a time. You try to breathe in and out a few times, see which passage feels more clear to you. If it feels the same, you default to the left as your active nostril. Usually if you're healthy, it changes every 2 hours. So let's try that now. Let's try to find the active nostril. For me, it happens to be the left. So if yours is the right, then try not to get messed up when you're watching me. But it's just basically the idea of just alternating the nostrils. All right. For the breath retention, of course, we hold both sides closed. So let's give it a try. Sitting up tall and straight. Breathe out completely. Close off the less active side. Inhale through the active. 2, 3. Hold the breath for 12. Contract the root muscles. Third eye focus. Chin to the chest. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale through the less active. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, less active. 2, 3. Hold the breath. Apply the locks. Third eye focus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe out through the active side. Release the locks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, active. 3. Hold the breath for 12. 10, 11, 12. Exhale through the less active. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in through the less active, take in as much air as you can for 3 counts, then hold for 12. Breathe out, active side. 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in through the active. Hold for 12. Exhale through the less active for 6. Inhale, less active for 3. Hold for 12. Exhale through the active. Continue on your own. Conclude next time you breathe out the active side. Once you concluded, just have both hands in Yana Mudra, sitting up tall and straight again. Going right into our meditation. Study of the self. Imagine you're the witness, watching the body in its stillness. Watching the mind activity. Whatever passes through the mind at whatever rate. Be unconcerned. You are the seer, not the doer. Whatever emotions arise, be completely unfazed, unjudging, unaffected. Through the practice of being a witness, we are exercising non-attachment. And through the non-attachment, we learn eventually to be unaffected by whatever's going around us and whatever situation we're in. We continue to realize that everything is perfect. Everything happens perfectly in a way that allows for spiritual growth and correction. And we learn to be unaffected by desires and attachments which cause suffering. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace. All is within. This concludes our practice. Namaste. Thank you so very much for coming, everybody.